Hi, my name is Beth Holman, and I'm an occupational therapist here at Therapedia, Justin. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about handwriting development by age. Handwriting is something that our OTs work on every day, either directly or indirectly. Um, did you know that handwriting starts to develop by age 2 and sometimes even a little bit before? Handwriting skills are developed that early on through something we call pre-writing, which are foundational skills that kids have to develop in order to be able to write their letter forms and hold a marker. Some of these skills include copying shapes, um, being able to identify your letters, a pencil graph, as well as underlying skills like hand strength, fine motor control, and visual motor integration. Occupational therapists encourage and assess pre-writing development or writing readiness through use of pre-writing strokes or shapes that follow a typical developmental trajectory and should develop by a certain age. So at 18 months, kids should be able to scribble and start to hold a marker, however they can get a hold of it. At 2 years, kids should start to develop lines and circular strokes while they're drawing. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to have endpoints or be super straight. You should just start to see some of these developing while they're drawing. Around age 3, kids should be able to imitate a straight line, both vertically and horizontally, as well as a circle with endpoints, which means they don't keep going, they kind of stop where they started. Around 3.5 and 4 years, kids should be able to do what we call intersecting lines or a plus shape. That up and down formation is really important at this stage, less of an X and more of a plus. Around 4.5, kids should be able to copy a square shape with 4 corners and 4 straight parallel lines. Around 5 years, we should be able to develop a triangle and an X shape. All of this is going to be imitation, not necessarily copying right off of the top of their head, but being able to copy from a model. Also around age 5, kids should start to be able to copy their first name from a model, meaning that you've written it and then they write it right after. And then by 5.5, being able to write their name all by themselves. At this point, kids should also have established a hand dominance, meaning that they use one hand primarily for their writing and drawing activities, as well as things like brushing their teeth and eating with a fork. Around age 6, kids will be able to write all of their capital letters from memory in order without skipping any. The skill usually starts to develop around age 4 or 5, but should be well established by 6, and then lowercase letters will come shortly thereafter. Around age 7, kids should be able to write most words in short sentences with using appropriate letter formations, meaning they don't reverse any letters anymore, and with starting to use appropriate capitalization as well as appropriate punctuation. So that's how writing develops through childhood and should be pretty well rounded and finished by age 7. If you have any concerns about your kid's handwriting development or think you may have an issue, just give us a call and we'd love to set you up with one of our occupational therapists.